Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with ElectraSoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just that spiritual bitch trying to put everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Whew! So today in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about something that I have not spoken about. And the reason for that is because it's kind of extreme and it's a pretty crazy story. And it is something that I went through for myself within the last year or so. Something that I want to put y'all onto because y'all need to keep y'all's eyes open in case the same thing happens to you. This is going to be the story on how the devil asked me to sell my soul. Boys and girls, it's going to be tense. So ask for that spiritual protection. I'm white light protecting all of y'all so that no negativity can touch you while I tell this story because... Okay, so before I get started, let me tell y'all what exactly it is to sell your soul. So a lot of people think that when you sell your soul, it's like you go to the market, you put your soul up for sale, and then, I don't know, like, I think people think that you die or something. I'm not even 110% sure what people believe. But what I have discovered for myself within this case is that when you sell your soul to the devil, otherwise known as this big negative massive energy, what the devil does, because the devil is a spirit that comes to people, is that he will attempt to get people right where he wants them to be, okay? So let's say, for example, somebody's struggling hella to become a movie star. The devil sees this. He's like, okay, I peeped this person has been struggling for the last 2 years. He really desperately wants to become famous. I'm going to be the one to make that happen for him because he will do anything to become famous, right? So usually what he will do is that he will come to you during a sleep paralysis, in a dream, when you're high, or just in general to have a conversation with you about selling your soul. Now the devil, guys, makes it appear that he has everything that you could ever want, but what he doesn't tell you is that a lot of the things that he's telling you are all manipulated truths. Okay, so he's gonna approach this person. He's gonna say, hey, I noticed that you've been struggling for the last 2 years. You know, if you come with me, I can make you famous beyond your wildest dreams. You'll be rich. You'll have everything that you want. Sometimes even providing visions of you being super famous, super happy, super rich, whatever. The person's usually like, if what he's saying to me right now means that I can get everything that I could ever want, I'm definitely gonna jump on board. Now keep in mind, everybody knows, whether you're religious or not, or whether you believe in God or not, that the devil has a very negative energy. Okay, so if the devil approaches you and he talks to you, you're going to feel that negative ass energy. You're going to know that there's definitely going to be some sort of tables turning with him because he is a liar. Okay, man likes to lie a lot. So then after that, what the devil does is like, okay, now that you agreed to selling your soul to me, now you have to perform some sort of ritual or some sort of sacrifice for me. It's different for everybody, I will say that. Some people are required to sacrifice family members, some people are required to sacrifice animals, some people need to do rituals, just like all kinds of different things, but it really depends on the person and what he wants you to do. Okay, so then after that, you would have done what would have been considered selling your soul. Selling your soul does not mean that you're gonna die right now. Selling your soul does not mean that your soul is gone, like I said before, and that you're just a walking limp body with nothing inside of you. What selling your soul means is that instead of having ultimate control over your life, just like with the law of assumption, you can manifest anything that you want through God because God is a part of you. With the devil, it's literally the opposite. Every single thing that God is, the devil is the opposite of. So if God gives you total control, the devil gives you no control. The devil now tells you what to do. You're hearing and seeing crazy shit all the time. You're always being threatened. You don't feel happy anymore because you don't have this light presence inside of you. Your life goes whenever he decides that your life goes, and I think that is the scariest part of it all. Like, can you imagine you were supposed to live until you're 100, but then because you sold your soul, the devil decides, okay, you're useless now, let me just kill you off when you're 22. Bitch. And so with that being said, instead of your soul reincarnating and coming back to live out your lives with God, you're going to eternal hell. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I did not believe in hell or the devil until I saw the devil for myself, until I saw hell for myself. That was the day that I started to believe in all of that stuff again. Because I'm telling you right now, going to hell is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's eternal suffering. It's burning. It's seeing and hearing crazy demons all day, every day for the rest of eternity. And how long is eternity? A long ass time. Okay, so now that you have a brief understanding of what selling the soul is, I'm going to hop into my story. So, ever since I was a kid, I've always been interested in learning about celebrities or other people who have sold their soul. I always thought it was super interesting. I would do so much research. I was only like 12. Well, besides that, I already made a video before on how I began to hear spirit. So like this whole spirit thing was always in my life. I was always able to hear, see, I don't know, always had an interest in spirits, and it might have something to do with the fact that I have a 12th house stellium, which rules intuition, spiritual contact, all that kind of stuff. Well then anyway, let's go up to now. So I had already started on TikTok. I already started making YouTube videos, Instagram videos. God knows that my only intention is to help spread my spiritual word and to help people all around the world. That's it. That's all I want to do. So I remember last year in March of 2021, there was a weird 2-week period where I just began to feel super icky. I don't know how to explain it. It was like very bad vibes, and I knew something was coming. I wasn't sure though what. I already knew that my mindset was full of light, so whatever it was that was being weird was going to be exposed eventually. So then it leads up to this. One day I'm laying in bed and I wake up in the morning and I went back to sleep because I was still tired. When I fell back asleep, I had the craziest light sleep paralysis. So the sleep paralysis held me, but it wasn't super strong where I couldn't move at all, you know? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this is weird. Something's about to happen. When I see this big red silhouette of a man start walking in, and when I saw him, I just knew. I was like, this man is the devil. Before he could even ask me anything, and I knew he was going to ask me because I just felt it in my soul, I said, if that's what you're here for, the answer is no. And I just saw him turn around and walk away, and that was it. I was like, holy shit, did that really just happen? I texted my boyfriend. I told him I felt so free. I think the negativity's over because it doesn't feel weird anymore. So then eventually that kind of withers away, that only experience, and then eventually something else happens later that year. So this was in July of 2021, a few months later, and this time when he approached me, he actually spoke to me. Before, the first time he did not speak to me. This time when I heard him for the first time, his voice sounded like a regular man's voice. He was just like, hey, I see what you're doing. If you come with me, I can make things happen for you. Trust me, I can help you out. You know, things like that, like trying to influence me. And I remember I was just sitting there and I said, no, I don't want to do anything with you. I'm good. Basically, that's pretty much what I said because that's all you can really say, no. So then he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I'm sure. The answer's no. So then he left me alone this time. Hella happy again. I was like, whoa though, because he spoke to me this time. He didn't do that before. So then this time I was more annoyed because I was like, I don't like how he came back. That doesn't sit right with me. This doesn't mean he's gonna come back a third time, right? Nah. Let me not overthink this. So then yeah, these 2 times weren't that intense. But then the third time was by far the worst experience that I had within those last 2 times, because this time mans was not nice to me. Mans was not trying to make me feel comfortable. Listen. So one day I'm at a park with my friends. We're all just sitting there chilling. It's nighttime when suddenly I start to hear 2 men arguing. It sounded super vivid. It sounded like they were right there at the park arguing. So I start looking around. I'm like, who the fuck is arguing at this time? I asked my friends, do y'all hear men too? And they're like, there's literally no one out here. Oh, all right. I was like, okay, that's strange, whatever. But what was crazy was the fact that I could only hear these men whenever I would turn my head like this. If my head was straight forward, it's like it disappeared. And then when I turned back around, I heard it again. So then I started to get a little freaked out. I was like, okay, I'm not really digging this. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I was like, okay, in Jesus' name, white light protect me. Something about to go down. Bitch, oh my gosh, bro. Like, so visualize me sitting at a picnic table, right? Y'all know when you daydream, you just kind of stare out and you see like the images in front of you and that's all you can see. That is exactly what happened to me the second that this man came back again for me. This time he was red as fuck, ugly as fuck, voice cracked, Scroogey, ugly as it just was not a vibe. I was so afraid though, and that is something that I will say was my biggest downfall here, because he went in and ate because he knew that my energy was low. He knew that I was afraid, and he knew that I didn't fully trust that I was being spiritually protected. And so anyway, my friends are all around me talking. Out of nowhere, I see this big image in front of my face of the devil telling me, sell your soul to me, give me your soul. That's the only way that you're going to make it in life. If you give me your soul, I will make you super successful. I'll give you everything that you want. Do it. Do it. Guys, do y'all understand what it's like to hear the same fucking words 1,000 times? It's like the influence. He was trying to influence me heavy, and that shit wasn't working, but it was scaring me hella. So he kept going. He was like, sell your soul to me, sell your soul. You know you want to do it. You know you want to. You know you want to be bad. You know you want to do it. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't want to sell my soul to you. I don't want to do this. And he kept saying, yes, you do. You know you want to. Things like that. Along with that, he started to show me hella gruesome images of me going to hell, of me being surrounded by demons, of him in my face. It was so scary, guys. I can't even explain to y'all. And the crazy thing is that the second time when he spoke to me, his voice sounded like a regular man's voice. Peep that I said that. The reason that he did that was because he knew that I would fall for that more than I would fall for someone talking to me in a Scroogey ass voice. He sounded like a normal man, but this time he sounded like a whole ass demon. He just kept going in, showing me these hella gruesome images, and all he kept kept doing was laughing at me. I felt sick to my stomach. I was like, Jesus Christ, please help me. I was so scared, guys. Y'all have no fucking idea how afraid I was, because he started to tell me that my soul was already sold to him. He was like, you're not with God anymore, you're with me now. This is going to be the rest of your life. He started showing me images of him doing crazy shit to me. Bitch, mans is not a nice being at all. The facade that he holds up, all bullshit. Alright, so then yeah, I'm still freaking out. I'm not telling my friends about it because I didn't want to freak them out too. So here I am just trying to deal with this shit as everyone around me is talking to each other. I'm over here having like a whole ass episode inside of my mind. Finally, there came a point where I was seeing so many crazy things that I was like, you know what, this needs to stop right now. I'm going to make it stop. And so I started to believe in my spiritual ability to protect myself. I was like, Jesus, God, I know you guys are here, please help me. And with that being said, I literally saw a white light come in and take me away. He was like, come with me, ignore him, don't give him any more attention because you're feeding him. God also told me at that time that my soul actually wasn't partially sold to the devil, as if that could even happen. Jesus and God were then like, okay, but you need to stop being so afraid. We understand that you're very scared, but you being afraid is exactly what makes him want to come back, one, and two, want to keep messing with you. And I knew that that was true. It's just that I was so freaked out by something like that. I just didn't want to think that there was a chance that my soul could literally be in eternal hell. You feel me? Like, I'm not trying to live under having no control over my life, not with God, not with the happiness that I deserve. You feel me? Just all of these things that I need for myself that I was scared in that moment was taken away from me, and it was driving me crazy. Finally, you know, the night goes on. I'm continuously ignoring the devil because he was still trying, but every second that I kept ignoring him, it's like his energy went down lower and lower and lower, and I wasn't afraid anymore. Although he kept laughing at me, trying to make me afraid again, trying to tell me that I did still sell my soul and to come back so that we can talk things out. I just kept ignoring him, and eventually he left me alone. Now, something that I will say this time around is that the aftermath wasn't so good because I felt so fucking depressed for like 2 days. I'm telling you that negative lingering energy was trying to make me feel lesser than. I felt super unconfident, I felt super insecure, and I felt like how I did when I did not love myself. And it was a very scary feeling because I never thought that I would revisit those feelings again. I then started to cleanse myself some more. I had to stop thinking about my experience because the more that you think about it, the more that you attract it. And I was just like, okay, this is not going to happen to me again because this is not how I want to live my fucking life. Bitch. I'm gonna tell y'all right now that the craziest thing happened to me last week. Yes, last week. And that was also the reason why I made this video in the first place, is because this shit is so real, guys. And my last experience was definitely by far the worst experience that I had out of all of these 4 times. And I'm going to tell you exactly why it was. Alright, so about 2 weeks ago, I was going to bed and I got this random vision of the devil in the sky, almost as if to mock God. Kind of like that Adam's creation painting. It was like the devil was trying to mock that. So he was in the sky with all of these clouds, and he was a red being again because he is red, and he was looking down at me and I was looking up at him like he was God. And he began to talk to me, but this time it was a little different because he almost gave me the sense of insecurity. I don't know, it was kind of weird. He was like, please sell your soul to me, I'm begging you, please do it. And I was so shocked. I was like, what the fuck? In my mind, why is he begging me right now? And I told him, I was like, no, I'm not going to sell my soul to you. And then this time he kind of just left. The vision went away. I wasn't bothered, whatever. But I did still think about the fact that he was begging me. I thought that was very strange because he always gives off a very cocky energy, and this time he didn't. Well then, anyway, bitch, this was only part 1 because part 2, guys, this one was really intense. Y'all need to be prepared for this. So I'm chilling with my boyfriend, my sister, and her boyfriend. My sister's boyfriend loves to talk about selling the soul, which is completely understandable because it is a very interesting topic, and I do love to expand on it because there's so much knowledge to know about it. Different questions like, how do you do it? What is it like to sell your soul? Is there a way that you can get your soul back? You know, things like that. And I remember that night I had kind of a weird feeling. I was like, I don't want to talk about this too much because I just have a weird vibe in the air. Okay, so that was the first night. So then the second night, again, he proceeds to ask about selling the soul. He asked me different questions about selling the soul again. I was very open to answering them, but then this time I felt a little worse. I felt like there was a lot of negative energy building up, and I was not messing with that. Along with that entire week, I was also talking about selling souls with my boyfriend because we both were discovering a lot of things regarding it. And so with that being said, talking so much about selling the soul and the devil and all of these dark things is exactly what built up to this moment. Because that night, guys, oh my fucking gosh, I had the worst conversations with the devil, and he was taking full advantage of that. That night I was laying down and I was visualizing myself in this successful, happy atmosphere. I was really feeling it. I was like, I'm so happy to be here. her, all this stuff, when literally the devil starts creeping in, and I saw his energy, that red energy, come back, and he starts to bring me down immediately. He was like, do you really think that you're going to be successful without me? Did you really think that you were going to get farther without me? Do you not realize that I'm on the rich side? And bitch, that's when it started, because when he started talking, I was like, oh my fucking gosh, here we are again. I attempted to block him out. I was like, white light protect, block, 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 because I did not want him to mess with me. But then he kept going, and this time he was laughing even harder than before, because he saw how much trouble I was having, believing that I can get him away from me fully. He kept popping in. He was like, you really think you're gonna get rid of me this time? You're going to sell your soul to me tonight. Of course, because I had zero intentions of selling my soul, I wasn't afraid that I was going to do it, but I was afraid of his negative influences trying to really peer pressure me into doing this. And I can completely understand why. I'm not saying that it's excusable, but I can understand why people do it. It's because this man doesn't fucking stop. He literally will keep going as long as he wants to until he gets what he wants, which is literally, again, the opposite of God. If God sees that you're not learning something, he's gonna try to make you learn, but he's not going to force you to. The devil, on the other hand, is going to force you to do what he wants because he wants it. Very egotistical values on that side. Well, then anyway, he's going in on me. He starts talking about me in the worst way. He starts cussing me out. He's like, look at you, suffering, being afraid, come join me on the rich side. And he kept saying, this is the rich side, this is the rich side, this is the rich side. He began to show me images of people who became successful through him, and he's like, this could be you. Don't you want to be successful just like them? I can make things happen for you even more than that. I can make you into this, I can make you into that. He started to show me visions of me being super successful, like the way that I want to, and he's like, I can make this happen, but it has to be with me. It's almost like he doesn't want anyone to succeed if it's not with him. He wants all of these successes for himself because you will be granting him your entire being, and that is exactly what he wants. He wants people to worship him, and that, my friends, is the scariest fucking part about it, because he will go beyond any measures to get what he wants. So like I said before, he kept going with me. Then he started talking about my family. He was like, you can sacrifice anyone in your family that you want. Take your sister, take your brother, take your mom, take your dog, take your dad. Bitch, I was so hurt. I was like, don't fucking talk about my family. I didn't say anything to him, but I was thinking it to myself. I was like, I cannot believe this man is talking about my family right now. And he just kept going on and on. He kept saying, get rid of them. They don't love you. They don't care about you. They're worthless in your life. At this point, I was still with my boyfriend, alright? So he was there with me. He had not a single clue what was going on because I didn't want to bring him in on it. I didn't want to freak him out. I didn't want the devil to start talking to him too, because he is a psychic medium as well, and he can hear spirits just like I do. So I knew, I was like, I cannot tell him about this, at least not today. So he was about to leave, and honestly speaking, I really wanted him to stay to comfort me, but I just knew that I couldn't. So as I was telling him goodbye, the devil was in my ear telling me, tell your boyfriend what's going on, get him in on this too. I want to talk to him too. And I was like, oh fuck no, he has to go. So I said goodbye to my boyfriend. He went home. So as I was texting my boyfriend about this, the devil kept fucking going. No matter how much I was trying to block him out, it's like my fear was literally holding me back so much, because it was. He again tried to influence me by telling me, they all do it, trust me, every single one of them has done this. He then proceeded to say, don't worry, you'll be back. I'll see you again very soon. I am going to be here for the rest of your life. I was so sad when he said that, because I truly believed it in that moment. I was like, hold up, is he really about to be torturing me for the rest of my life? So then with that, I began to cast him away. I was like, in Jesus' name, I command you to go back to hell. He continued to laugh at me as I did this. He was kind of mocking me too, but I kept going. And as that white light energy was growing, I saw him decreasing in power. Although he was attempting to act like he was still very powerful over me, he wasn't anymore. Well then anyway, right before he left, I said to myself, there's no way that all of these successful people have sold their soul. And he came back for a brief minute and he said, they all do. And he left. And that was it for that night. Bitch, all he was trying to do was scare me. That's it. Everything that he showed me and told me was a complete and utter lie. But the good thing is, I already knew that. After I was able to get my thoughts together, I realized how much me being afraid of that has affected me. And this is exactly why I'm here today, to tell you to stop being afraid of that. Because he has no control over you unless you say that he does. I'm being so dead ass. I just couldn't be afraid anymore. If I want to be happy in this lifetime, I knew that I could not let his influence me affect me any longer. Especially for someone like me who hears spirits so much. I knew that if he ever came by again, I had to have the power to block him out. And that is exactly why the next day, again, I was laying down, visualizing, manifesting when he attempted this time to come in. Peep that I said attempted, because I did not let him this time. I literally saw him coming in like this red force of energy, and I was like, no, this is a house of God. Jesus is here. You're not allowed here. And he fucking went. He was not able to get in. Although I did hear him very faintly attempt to talk to me again, I didn't let him this time. Listen, guys, everything that you need to succeed in this lifetime is inside of you. Stop looking for big miracles to come in and to grant your wishes. Bitch, you are the miracle that's going to grant your wish. That's why the devil, these negative entities, whatever it is that's coming in to try and tempt you, are never the truth, because I'm telling you that the successes do not lie in the negativity. Since we all are light beings, this signifies that we have the light inside of us, and that single light is enough to make you as successful as you want to be. I'm telling you guys, God is inside of you. You are God because you are part of him. You have the total control to do whatever it is that you want. And something that I noticed is that I think that the devil was trying to fuck with me so heavily this time is because I'm using the law of assumption to my advantage, and he's peeped that. He knows that I know that I have everything that I need inside of me, that I don't need him. I don't need anything except for me to get to where I need to be. You guys are going to be so successful beyond words. You do not need anything else but you. With that being said, guys, that is a story on how the devil asked me to sell my soul. This is a very true story, guys. I know that y'all know because y'all can feel it through the fucking screen, and I really appreciate all of your love and support on this matter, on anything that I do. You guys are literally the best things that have ever happened to me, and I kid you not, I love you guys so much. Alright, y'all, that's basically it for my video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I intend that this video helped you to the best of its ability to help wake you up in some way, because guys, you are the light that you need. No devil, no nothing is ever going to grant anything that you want, because it is all lies. Everything the devil says is a lie, and y'all know that because God is the truth. Spirit is the truth. You are the spirit that you need. You're going to do that thing. You're going to be successful. You are successful because you said so right now, and that is a beautiful thing about it. And that is exactly what the devil hates. The fact that y'all are so confident within yourselves that y'all literally don't need him. Bitch, stay desperate. Me seeing all of my peers succeed with me, I love you guys so much. Alright, y'all, we'll see y'all this Sunday for another video. Thank y'all so much again for watching. God bless y'all. Please take care, everybody. You can do this on your own, baby girl. Bye. I'd be mega damned if I see y'all doing something that y'all will regret for the rest of y'all lives. Nothing is going to help you but you. Be the reason that you are hella successful, that you're abundant as fuck, that you're healthy, happy, and rich. You got the shit in the bag, guys. God is right inside of you. Literally, you are the operant power.